Ebony Nelson, and my presentation is on Nature versus Nurture by Francis Galton. Francis Galton was born in Birmingham, England, February 16th, 1822. He later died January 17th, 1911. He was an explorer, an anthropologist, and a eugenist known for his pioneer studies of human intelligence. Francis Galton in 1865 pioneered of nature versus nurture using eugenics and studied experiments on twins and peas. Francis believed people were born with smarts, founded that using identical twins and sharing one fertilization egg share the same genetic inheritance, but environment must play a part determining some intelligence. Francis, nature being genes and hereditary factors, physical appearance, personality characteristics, nurture being environmental variables, childhood experiences, and how we were raised, social relationships surrounded by culture, in which Francis, using the identical and fraternal twins, used various areas in comparing physical traits, height, weight, intelligence, personality, and mental health, anxiety and depression, and mood disorders to identify nature versus nurture. He was estimated he was able to estimate traits due to genetics and environmental. In some examples of the Minnesota twin study, long-term study of identical and fraternal twins, those reared apart. Frederick, using his mind and phrases on nature and nurture, is convenient jingle of words, for it separates under the two distinctions heads the immutable elements of personality is composed. Nature is all that a man brings with himself into the world. Nurture is every influence without the effects, him after his birth. This was stated by Francis. In the Blood Brothers musical, written by Willie Russell in 1981, about a play that sets in the 1960s. This contemporary nature versus nurture plot revolving around fraternal twins Mickey and Eddie, who were separated at birth, one subsequently being one raised in wealth and the other in the poor. But both siblings, twins, both fall in love with the same girl, causing trouble in their friendship and both tragically dying. The author credits Blood Brothers to one act play he read as a child about two babies switched at birth. He was later awarded the Lawrence Olivier Award for Best New Musical. It transferred to the Phoenix Theater in 1991. In closing, Francis founded that characteristic traits derive from both hereditary and environmental conditions. Francis was convinced that the ability to think intellectually were passed on by parents, and the likelihood of becoming a genius to run in families was the outcome of natural superiority. In 1833, he suggested that human society could be improved by better breeding. Some sources say that he called this eugenics, which is a field of study about selective breeding in humans to produce preferred traits. Because of this, in the 1920s, the American Eugenics Society campaigned for the sterilization of men and women in psychiatric hospitals. In his final years, Francis spent much of his time studying and inheriting in eugenics.